Hi, I'm Skylar, and I'll be informing you about natural and organic foods. The level of chemicals and pesticides that we are exposed to nowadays is at alarmingly high levels, and these chemicals and pesticides are found in everything from hormones in our chicken and beef and other sorts of livestock to household chemicals for cleaning and 100,000 chemical compounds have been developed since World War II for various applications, and a lot of these chemicals can have harmful effects. Um, Chemicals in conventional production methods can cause damage to the central nervous system and to the brain and the lungs, and this is especially important when thinking about developing bodies and pregnant mothers, because these developing bodies are more susceptible to those chemicals. And these chemicals can also be known to cause cancer, birth defects, and sterility. And just by improving the way that you, some of your choices as far as produce and meats that you buy can really affect your health, because just these chemicals have obviously been shown to have negative impacts, and by cutting them out it can really positively affect you. For example, grass-fed cattle has a much higher percentage of omega-3 fatty acids to omega-6 fatty acids. In grass-fed, it's 1 to 1.5, and in grain-fed cattle, the percentage jumps from 1 to 1.5 to 1 in 7. And these omega-3 fatty acids are, an essential, something that you should be consuming a lot because they're good for you. And grass-fed cattle also has lower levels of fat, and which that's also shown to be better for digestion and just overall health. Organic crops can have many benefits because of the way that they impact the land. Organic root systems are known to be stronger and deeper than conventional root systems that farmers that use chemicals. And in these roots can maintain their moisture more easily than conventional methods. And in years of drought, where regular crops can be shocked and almost completely don't have a yield, these organic crops can strive a lot easier because they're able to get this moisture out of the ground. And organic crops are also known to they don't cause degradation of the soil. So whereas chemical yielding crops can, after every year, the quality of the soil keeps decreasing, and the farmer might have to put more nutrients or things to improve the soil. This isn't seen with organic farming because the quality of the soil isn't decreasing. The farmer can also have a higher crop yield off of these products because they are better for you, and it takes them a little bit more time and effort to not be using the chemicals, but in the end run it's usually better for the farmers because they're not having to buy these genetically modified seeds. And by genetically modified, I mean when they take a product and they alter it so it's resistant against certain insects or bugs, or it's supposed to be more like a lively plant, won't die off as easily. But a lot of the times these genetically modified products can actually not have the effects that they were designed to have. And by having the organic crop, it can be better for the farmer in the long run because they don't have to continue to buy the chemicals and the genetically modified seeds. and which can kind of send them into debt sometimes from the continual process, whereas organic farming, there's a lot less aspects that you need to bring into maintaining your crop. And the organic farming will also benefit the consumer because they are paying for something that's more worth their money, I guess. They're getting more out of their product. And overall, not using chemicals is just the better method for the land, the consumer, and the farmer. You don't necessarily see a higher cost with organic foods because of the chemicals and such that you'll have to be using with the conventional methods. And the purchase of organic foods has increased 15% in past decades. I believe it's the last about 8 to 10 decades. It's been increasing 15% every year. And this is good because there's only about 1% of the farmland in America is organic farmland. So the fact that we're seeing an increase in the buying of organic produce and other foods is really good for those farmers. You see a slightly higher percentage of organic farmland in Europe, where that's 5%, but again, the worldwide percentage is only around 1%. So, I mean, that's comparable to the U.S. percentage. I think that eating naturally and organically is just a good way to benefit yourself, and although people see it as a lot more of an expensive alternative and not necessarily benefiting you, I think that the studies and tests out there are believable, and I know for sure that the organic food that I'm eating has to be better than the conventionally produced food. So I guess I'll just stick to what I know is at least a little bit better than the average. Thank you.